Today, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of new releases from Seiko that have been receiving quite a bit of hype lately. The watches are the new Seiko 5 GMTs. I have both the steel on bracelet as well as the black on leather. Great release from Seiko, although there is a couple of drawbacks that come with the watches. Big thanks to Gem Bijou for lending these into the channel. They're an authorized dealer for Seiko and many other brands out of Toronto. They always have the good stuff. So if you're shopping watches, definitely check them out. So let's get to it and take a look at the watches. Well, 2023 was the year of the GMT, it seemed like, and starting to think 2024 could be the year of the GMT version 2.0. I am a fan of GMT, so not complaining here though, but we have both models of the watch, the SSK023, the steel version on bracelet, and the SSK025 here on the right. Other than the strap on one, the bracelet on the other, and the case finish, the rest of the watch is almost identical, but not quite. There's some other subtle differences between the two that I didn't notice until I got these in hand. So let's start with the dial on the steel, and both watches have that Seiko in steel. Just above the printed Seiko 5 logo, down at the 6 is the automatic script and the GMT print matching the color of the GMT. And second hand, over at the 3 o'clock is the date framed in steel. One difference between the two is the handset. The GMT and second hand on the steel, other than the orange parts, are a steel finish. And on the black, they're blacked out. And I'm not sure if it's going to show up watching on a smaller screen, but the hour and minute hands on the steel are brushed, and on the black, they have a matte bead blasted finish. One other difference is the numerals. On the steel version, they're white, and on the black, they have a green tinge to them. I thought maybe it was a different loom formula, but unfortunately, the numerals aren't loomed at all. Would have been a lot cooler if they were, but instead, we just have those smaller markers loomed, which fade faster than the hands. The loom is still pretty good, especially on the hands, but would have been nice to have those numerals lit up there in low light too. I've shown this movement quite a few times on the channel, one time just very recently, but just a quick recap here. Running the watch and visible through the display case back is the Seiko 4R34, which is a 24 joule movement beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour with an approximate 40-hour power reserve. To set the GMT hand, you just pull the crown out to the first position. Clockwise, we'll set the GMT. Counterclockwise to set the date. The second position, you can set your main hour and minutes. The crown is a push-pull crown. Winding action is actually pretty good, and the crown is well sized, so no problems with usability at all. The bracelet on the steel is a 5-link bracelet with female end links, so they drape straight down. Kind of wears similar to a Jubilee. The clasp is stamped steel with 4 micro adjusts. It's about what I expect to see on a Seiko 5, so I'm not disappointed with the quality, but to me this belongs on a strap anyway, so I'd probably be trying this on some different options. Same goes for the leather. The leather quality is not too bad. These are brand new though, so I'm not putting this strap through the paces, but same as the steel, I'd likely just put it on something different. Either would look great on lots of strap options, I think. The case design is nothing too out there, fairly traditional look, and is almost completely brushed other than that edge of the bezel, just that bit of polish work there. The lugs are drilled, and overall the finish looks good. The case comes in at a width of 39.3 millimeters. Lug to lug is 47.8 millimeters. Lug opening is 20 millimeters, and the thickness is 14.3 millimeters, including the domed crystal. The crystal is hardlex, and because of that dome, it's going to be exposed to possible scratches. So something to keep in mind. Water resistance on the watch is 100 meters. And here is the steel on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, and it wears really nice. It actually looks pretty darn good on that bracelet. Even with the couple of negatives, I'm liking these a lot. It's a good option for a relatively affordable GMT. This model has an MSRP of 435 USD, 575 here in Canadian dollars. The black model has a slightly lower price tag at 415 US and 550 Canadian. I can't decide which I like more. I probably lean a little towards the steel, but what do you think? Would you go with the black, the steel, all of the above, or maybe none of the above? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.